What you got to understand is women are liars, straight up. They will say one thing on the app, and then they will switch it. And I will stand on that. 10 toes. In general, women are...
Based on your experience.
Based on the male experience.
Based on...
the male experience. First off, women pride themselves on being communicators, and they always stress that men need to communicate. I need a good communicator, but women don't know how to communicate. That's
some
a serious
women
problem.
don't know how to communicate.
You got to show me a woman who knows how to communicate.
Then
That's out of your control.
I was in a great 12-year relationship and had a child, and we bought a house together and everything, and I chose to walk away.
But what makes you do something like that? Absolutely, she did something wrong, and I'm not going to absolve.
She's not married.
I'm not going to absolve responsibility. Wrong? Yeah, because she's had a 100% failure rate. People out.
It is. I just think Hinge is easier to use as well. Like, I just think it's easier to use. It's like you scroll through, like you have to put, it's more user friendly.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think Tinder is way easier. Like, depending on what it is your function is, right? Because you can literally just hit it and look at all the pictures real quick. Oh, that's an X. You know, like it's you can be way more efficient. Like for doom scrolling. And see, what women don't understand is you don't have to be nearly as efficient as men do, right? Men have to be extremely efficient. For every 145 swipes we give, you get one match. The average person, right? Some results may vary.
I agree, because for every 145 people I see, I might think only one is nice looking, or I might be attracted to only one.
Think about that. That is crazy. So that just
I'm
goes
picky,
to...
though.
That's crazy.
You're a woman. So yes, I get it. And I understand it.
All of y'all picky, supposedly. The odds are stacked against men. That's crazy. She said out of 145 men, she's deemed one attractive. And they say that all guys are, hoes and busting down large amounts of women. That is not true. This brother has a screw inside his ear. That is crazy as hell.
We established this. We dig it, and there's no problem with you being super picky. But just think about that, the male experience, right? Because you're going to get a whole bunch of matches that you never solicited, right? You're going to be like, oh, okay, this person. That doesn't happen for men. You will literally look at your joint a week later and have no matches, no interest.
That happened to me before. And I reached out like, what's wrong with, why is this? Why is the app broke?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Were you inactive? Were you inactive?
No.
Well, you're doing something wrong.
So wait, I had a paid membership, right? So I had a paid membership.
I might have to help you with that.
Yeah,
I had a paid membership at the time, and I wasn't getting anything.
I've helped women with their apps before.
I was not getting anything. As soon as I not paid, as soon as I let that run out, all of a sudden it was like 40 something. It was like a lot.
When you didn't pay?
I said, oh, there must be a glitch. I don't know. Nobody liked me.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a glitch. So what happens is they'll it's almost like breadcrumbing or you know what I mean? Like when
it's breadcrumbing.
They're like, oh wait, they're about to leave. Hold on. We gotta reel them back in.
Like can you give me one like?
Yeah, this is
like you said, the casino.
The shadow banning.
Lose and they give you a little.
But were you liking men in that time or no?
Yeah, I was.
Oh damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
And not getting any hits.
Yeah, so I just
we might have to tweak your profile a little bit.
So for men, what are you?
She got a weak profile. That's not normal on the woman's side most of the times.
You obviously you're looking at pictures.
About to get off of it.
Right?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
First draw.
That's the first draw. Absolutely. For men and women alike. But go ahead.
Yeah, and women.
Yeah.
So that's the first.
Yeah, y'all don't swipe on paragraphs, do you?
No, I'm just saying.
I read them though. I do read them. People don't read your profiles though. That's what got me.
Well, that was what my next question was. Do men even really care about the profile, or is it just the picture?
They don't. They want to see a
listen, it's wildly inefficient to do that. You can't read a profile until you're like at least a couple steps in, at the bare minimum. All right, so I'm going to give you the no. I'm going to tell you why. Time out. I just told you for every 145 swipes on average, you're going to get one match. Just imagine if I read 144 and then got nothing out of it. What the hell did I just do with my day? Hold on.
I still think a large majority of guys still read a little bit of it just to see the temperament of how crazy is, because you got some women that put a whole bunch of like the new school stuff, like the pronouns, all this extra stuff. So I think guys still might skim through it. They might not read the whole thing, but I think guys are still reading it.
I'm not going to read all, but I'm saying, like, let's say, just to your point, to somebody who you're physically attracted to from the picture, do you read that profile before you get into digging in?
No, because they're going to show, when you first jump into the algorithm, they're going to show you a bunch of women that you're attracted to. You can't read any of them. There's no time.
Because y'all attracted to anything. That's the problem.
No, you're full of
No, you're full of because
listen,
let me tell you.
What?
I might have a bunch of likes in here. I'm like, ew, what? Why would he even think about okay.
You were offended. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like this. Oh, she has 2 legs. Oh,
That is not true.
you know what? She got hair. Like,
No, it's not that deep. So here's how the algorithm works. They found out very quickly. First off, they have software built in to understand if your symmetry is right, if you're objectively beautiful, if you took low quality pictures, if there's a lot of blur in it, and all of that. So they know if you're gonna catch or you're gonna not. They believe it or not, they can detect that.
Can they
and
tell
then
me?
they're gonna yeah, absolutely. And I could tell you if I looked at your app what I would think.
Yeah, be honest with her because I think a lot of women don't really get the truth on how their profiles look. Like usually women don't have to put in a lot of work. So they might think that they profile hot and she's wondering why I'm not getting no clicks or whatnot. It could be possibly trash.
And
while you're running your game right now,
yeah,
go ahead.
You
Let's
keep
see,
breaking me up.
let's see
So
what my profile
they'll be able to understand
is worthy.
that. So and then they're gonna solidify it and test it. Your
Look, see, he don't even care about the paragraphs.
Okay. You know what?
What?
Yeah, no, the paragraphs for now. We didn't get to that point yet. Until we message, I'm not going to invest in your paragraph.
Wait, that's the problem. That is the problem with you guys.
So you don't want to
Wait,
know
what?
if she's the least intelligent.
You just
or
match
makes
based
any
off of
kind
the look
sense
and
just
then you
by
read the
look.
paragraphs?
So no, he's saying he's not even going to read the paragraph. He's saying he's going to look and then he might have a conversation first, chat first before he ever looks
So
at the
first you
paragraph.
like or whatever, or if you. Sometimes people might snipe or something really catch their eye, but it's usually like it's going to catch everyone's eye. So that's like.
So what is my thing?
What does it say?
No, you don't have to read it.
I'm not going to read it. No,
I'm just saying, what's my thing?
The stars and the suns aligned on this moment where I sit at.
What does it look like? Like,
Yeah, you could use a bit work. You could use a bit of work for sure.
yeah.
Hell yeah, we could use some work. I'm not saying you took bad pictures, but you didn't post the right pictures. No.
what kind of
What's
pictures
the
should I be
right
posting?
pictures?
Better pictures.
Like what?
All right, so
Does that
like
not
this
look like
this
me?
stance right here. Nah, f- that. You agree with this stance right here? What do you think that's gonna say? Right here. What do you think that says? What does it say?
It said, "Here's a full body pic of me."
Yeah, but look at your posture. It's not
Am I in a
inviting.
job interview? Because look
It's
what.
not inviting.
Gave me your
confused.
phone and told me to
Okay, I'm listening.
analyze it. Like
How
why
do
you
you
don't?
see that posture?
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm be honest, bro. A chick can have a crazy posture. It's gonna depend on how she look. Most guys see it's gonna start off with what the pictures you see. If she's attracted to you, you gonna probably start reading the bio, and then if y'all message each other or whatnot. I don't think it take that much work for the chick that have like great pictures. I'm just being honest. If she's beautiful, it's gonna be an open field at that point.
Like it. It's not pulling me in. This right here.
Well, I can tell you, people like it. It pulls them in.
All right. So look,
All right, so go ahead. So what else?
this one right here. This one is a little more fun, right? But
I try to show like what my real body looks like, so people don't think like it's a catfish.
yeah, you can't
No,
catfish.
that's because
That's
men
pretty-
want to
that's
see
pretty
your
good.
figure and they
That's what I'm
want to
saying.
see the all
The
that. Why-
dimples.
Oh,
You
you
want
got your
more
stomach
solicited.
out on this one right here.
See,
you have to tell me out.
Y'all
This
want
is
stuff
a
like
decent
that.
picture, but then again,
That's probably one of my
you probably
most
should have
liked
pulled
pictures.
in. This one shouldn't have been the full body, and this one right here.
I don't like none of this.
What?
right.
Is it not good? Is it not good?
Look, take your phone back. We're gonna work on this.
Is it not
Said
good?
we're gonna work on this.
We're gonna work on this. I'm gonna get you right.
I don't see anything
But
wrong.
You know
look,
what we're gonna do?
no,
We're
wait,
gonna delete
wait,
the app.
Real quick before we
right,
no
go
no
ahead.
no.
Go
This, real
into
quick.
what
I'm just
you-
gonna give
how
you the
you
numbers
laying
real
it out.
quick
Here,
and,
this
and what this
nonsense.
means. So basically, 145 swipes for one match. Out of those one matches, 10 of them might come into a legit conversation where you actually make contact. So think about it. I've swiped 1,450 times before I've had a conversation for the average man. Now, right? So basically, if you look at these numbers, 72,000 times before the average man gets into a relationship. That's a lot of work. What do you think I would read 72,000 paragraphs?
No, I'm
The hell
not
with you.
expecting you to read all
We're not
that.
going to read anything until you agree that you like me too. I don't want to read anything. It doesn't.
I do not agree with that at all. Until you agree to like me, then I'm gonna read it. No, because what if she has something in that paragraph that I just don't agree with? You know what I'm saying? And it's like Granted, I still think that you could probably still open the door to see exactly how the person thinks, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to read it prior. I don't want to read it afterwards, especially if I see something that's a clear red flag, and let's say she's not the best attractive. I understand what he's saying. It's a numbers game, but I still think people probably read it prior.
Makes sense.
I don't know if I like you.
Yeah, and then you'll find out. But once you give me a hit,
reading it might tell you that you don't even want to have a conversation.
No, but it doesn't matter.
That's my thing.
Bro, I know dudes who doom scroll without looking. The no look doom scroll.
Okay, they're idiots. First of all,
it's effective. It's efficient.
But
Your
this is what's
entire
annoying
approach
to
is
me,
different.
right? So if I put on there, I do not in caps because people don't read my profile. Clearly now I know they don't.
It's stupid.
I do not want children. And then you're reaching out to me and you're like, oh, I want kids. I said, well, like, why are you reaching out to me? I don't want any. I don't say that, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't want any more children.
So what?
Like, well, we can just be friends.
But I don't care if I offended you because I never even met you and I don't have to face you in real life. Just like women don't care when they flake. You know how flaky women are on the apps?
No,
and to his defense, women also concede for the guys they like. So I do get where he's coming from. For the right guy, that whole I don't want kids, that shit will get thrown out the window. Goodness, he looks like Thor. I want to have his babies. So I do understand where he's coming from that. When it comes down to the things that they put in the bio, that's not always who they are. A lot of the times, the women will put goofy things in there to disqualify guys who can't get through some of the womanese.
would not. No,
You wouldn't, but guess what? 99% of your peers do.
I
and they're
let
ruining
somebody
it
down.
for you.
I let somebody down.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy just recently, he was he liked my profile, whatever, we were talking and we had a good conversation. I was like, okay, this might lead to an actual date. Well, I showed somebody that I know and she said, girl, I messed with him. I said, oh, okay, never mind. So I sent him a message back. I said, listen, my friend, she said she dealt with you, whatever. And then I said, so I'm not gonna be interested. He didn't even respond, but he just X'd me. He unmatched me.
Well, it makes sense. What's the point?
Shout out
at
to
that
you.
point? You already.
And he was like,
he made it easy for
I
you.
follow you on social media. He unfollowed me, everything.
Oh, damn. He unfollowed.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
All right, so
That brother's good at disconnecting.
how is your strategy working? What is your strategy? And is
All right,
it working
so
for you?
Here's the strategy. Here's what the strategy is. Efficiency, right? Because you got to understand how flaky women are, how apprehensive. You realize
agree.
how
I
apprehensive
agree.
women
I
are?
1000%
Women are
agree with
flaky as
that.
hell, apprehensive as hell. So the women will be talking crazy on everything. But then as soon as time for the rubber to meet the road, they want to back out, make excuses, all of that. So you have to be a volume shooter. If you want to make buckets, you got to be a volume shooter.
I can understand that.
Because women are wildly apprehensive and flaky. If they weren't, and they were genuine, if they were what they say they were and wanted what they say they wanted, no. So you'd be surprised. What you got to understand is women are liars, straight up. They will say one thing on the app, and then they will switch it. Like women will come up and be like, oh, I'm looking for my life partner. Oh, or this and this and that. But that woman might not purpose you that way. She's talking about sex stuff, all through like graphic sexual explicit joints in
The chat.
Yeah,
So she really doesn't want a life partner. She wants to be
within 20 minutes.
Demolished.
Within 20 minutes. But it says I'm looking for a life partner.
I got buddies that message girls consistently, and when you see these profiles, the things that they say, all the fairy tale fantasy stuff, they throw a lot of that stuff in there just to disqualify certain guys. But at the same time, they don't even stand on the things that they actually say in there. They say they want a God-fearing guy. You bring up real spirituality or real religion to them, they don't like it. Oh, he's too much into it. I will say, and that's why I'm glad I'm not into the dating app game, because I know probably the quality of women on there probably ain't good quality, but at the same time, it's still accessible, and that's where a lot of guys are going at. But they are facing a war out there. It's a big fight, man, because you're fighting against people that is lying to themselves.
Right? I want someone who's dating with intention. If you're throwing sex,
I agree with that.
You're leading with sex.
I do agree with that.
and that's just because women might purpose you that way. But then that same woman will want this guy for his boyfriend energy and gatekeep and have him doing a whole struggle.
Now,
So-
I have family and
for you
friends
guys
that's
for that.
on
Just
this
because of that.
site, but they say men do the same thing.
Men do what?
The same thing.
What do you think the
Say
end
that
game
they-
is for men?
sex.
It's
Right.
sex.
And so,
But I'm saying
but you
putting
know
in their
that. That's public
profile
knowledge.
with one thing and then you
Well,
know
because
the
you were
women say that.
you were
It ain't just-
rejected
it ain't
because
just
you were
women.
rejected otherwise. Women don't get rejected otherwise.
But here's the question: how do you know if somebody is being authentic? Then how do you know if it like it's just like you
gotta have to
like
meet
how
them.
would you know?
But how you get
This
to that
is true.
point?
Well, you gotta.
Well, you go on a date, you get discernment, you listen to what they saying, you hear how they talking, you see how they living. You ain't gotta bust it down immediately. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta have some discernment on. You gotta have some kitty cat management. And if you know how to do that, hopefully you can actually use it to your benefit and your advantage.
You got to work on your vetting process, right? You have to see. You let them lead and see where they take you.
Yeah.
As a
I mean,
woman.
I'd rather like I usually am pretty clear. Like I don't want to pen pal. Don't be pen paling me for all this time.
Yeah, I saw you wrote that.
He read it. He read it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, the guys still read it. They skim through it. They might not read everything, but they get a quick skim.
I don't want to pen pal all this time. Like, or here's the thing. Like, I want to get the whole meetup out of the way.
How soon
okay?
would you meet with a dude?
The same week.
Okay, I thought you was about to say the same night. I was about to say, dang.
It depends on if I'm
You might-
free and they're free. Then okay.
Yeah, because there's a section on Tinder that says free tonight. Like,
Oh
that's-
yeah.
It says
if you
free
go-
tonight. If you
Yeah,
read tonight.
free
But is
tonight.
that
Yeah.
what
Really?
is that really saying?
Um.
Free how? Free to.
Well, look,
Chat
today
or
it's a
free?
dating app, so yeah, it's free to do what you want.
No.
Free to meet, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, immediately as long as our schedule aligns, I'm cool. Like, but I think that the problem is a lot of times guys don't really say that. They'll say like, "Oh, you're so busy." Well, what else am I supposed to do? I got bills to pay. Like, I gotta be busy.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
if you're willing to meet within the same week, that's
so
very
just say,
reasonable.
hey, like, are you free Friday or Saturday? And okay, I'll let you know. Like,
Extending it out for a long period of time, I think that's problematic because that energy might die out. I think she says she don't want to pen pal. Communication needs to be in place because you can actually build some type of probably FaceTime might help with the person communicating. But if things fizzle out kind of fast in today's society, people got short attention span. So if you meet somebody and y'all scheduling it out a week or two, probably ain't gonna happen. You probably do want to get it done as quick as possible.
it's not that hard. There's some people who it's like they get it,
Rather
and some
than
people
what? Chatting every good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful.
don't. Good morning, me beautiful. What are you doing?
All right, well,
Did you eat?
Help us out. What would be
Weeks.
Why do you want to know if I
That's a
ate?
problem.
They're just showing that they care.
How do you care?
They're concerned.
Do they really though?
Yeah.
How would I know? I mean, it depends on the individual.
Based on what you
Tread, don't
say.
be
Maybe
doing
he
that to no
does.
women. What are you
I-
doing?
no,
Did you
I'm not
eat?
th-
HRU.
Right.
No.
If you I swear, if you HR me, like act like I'm.
You know
40
that ain't really. They don't.
See, y'all burn out. See, that's burnout energy. When you don't see, y'all done got so much of that, and that's sad that somebody care about your funky behind. And I know they can say that somebody putting up a front, or they just trying to get the cat, they playing a game. Somebody actually is going out their way to ask you how your day is. It's simple. It's stuff that little that we take for granted. We be like, man, I'm tired of that. But it's like, damn, you need to take the little things and appreciate that, man. But like I said, we done had so much experience, so many situations to where that type of stuff now, a guy can't even come in and do that if he is genuine. She literally just made it a problem to say that if you're doing that, that is annoying. Most guys come in, and that's why the good guy gets shamed so bad, because usually the good guy comes in, or the nice guy, whatever he is, he comes in doing that because he does care. He wants to be sweet. He wants to be a respectable guy, but they don't even like the respect. That's wild.
Don't care.
No. So
You
go
said
ahead.
the end
Help-
game is what?
Help the
Sex.
gentleman.
So they really care.
No, well, that's the initial goal, right? Sex is the primary focus, right? We're wired 10x, right? I don't know if people understand the part of our brain that actually.
I understand it because
Is
I have part of that
responsible for.
brain too.
No, but it does. See, you don't understand it, or else you would not try to make the parallels between women, right? There is no parallel. We literally work up in working mode.
Yeah,
When
right.
we wake up in working mode, that we are wired to procreate, right? Whereas women are wired to pre-select. That's different. We don't have that function. Like, it's an imperative. So a woman's energy would be I would say like a solar panel, right? You can get light. You need the
solar
sun. It can store the energy and be released when necessary. A man would be more
Interesting.
listen, a man would be more compared to a steam engine. Whereas if I'm constantly building steam, and if I don't purge, it's an emergency.
That's a good analogy.
I don't even know. That is actually a great analogy.
No one gets mad at the steam engine for being a steam engine, and no one gets mad at the solar panel for being a solar panel.
That is a great analogy. I give you that.
So
we are so different, man, and I don't think we need to conflate each other and say that each one is supposed to do the exact same things. We're gonna be different the way how we analyze things. But I will say this: I think dating apps are a disservice to women. They don't really understand what they're meant to be. At least for the ones who go into it kind of green. The ones who on there know what they're doing, yeah, they're gonna be getting the most benefit out of it because they just want indiscriminate sex. But the ones who thinking that they might just trying to find something good, it's gonna be a gamble.
So
you just have to understand what it is that you're dealing with. So that is the male priority. It is what it is. Now, will we want other things, right? Sure. I'm going to smash all the time. I'm a lover boy at heart, though. Real talk. I can't be because there's, women are shit for the most part. But, yeah, I would.
I think it's
I like many other things about women.
I'm a good woman.
You are?
Yes. I am.
Do you want a long-term relationship?
Pause.
Long-term relationship?
I think I'd
What
do
do
it
you
again. But I'm skeptic and almost cynical about it.
You don't think that there's no good woman at all?
No, I didn't say that.
I'm asking
but it
you
would
that.
be difficult for me to run into it. Like I find out that women basically have a lot of issues, and they don't really understand what it is that they want. So how could they tell you?
Well, okay,
what they
so I
want,
can
right?
understand that.
That's
that
difficult.
I can understand because I think that's what a lot of times happens. Women say they want this and they don't want this, and they go back and forth. I get all that.
Confusing.
But you're full of when you say that women are okay, because you're labeling women as
Based
a whole.
on your experience.
Like I don't think men are overall.
Right.
I think that the good ones just aren't the ones that I meet. They're probably at home reading a book.
I think he's still speaking in general.
Based on your experience,
all right, so
your commentary.
Maybe I'll retract that. So I mean, in generally, and I will stand on that 10 toes. In general, women are
based on your experience.
Based on the male experience.
Based on
the male experience, based on dating app evidence, based on Pew Research, based on anecdotal evidence, based on the birth rate decline.
And when you say in what way?
How they treat you?
All
How
right,
they
so
treat
first
you.
off, women pride themselves on being communicators, and they always stress that men need to communicate. I need a good communicator, but women don't know how to communicate. That's
Some
a serious
women
problem.
don't know how to communicate.
You got to show me a woman who knows how to communicate.
I know how to
and then
communicate.
I'll start to believe you. I don't know. That to me,
some women do not know how to communicate.
Okay, well, all right. How about
You know
this?
what?
I'll go with the most. Most women don't know how to communicate effectively at all because they have the things where they're like, oh well, I don't really want to do that, or maybe I shouldn't say that. You'll have a bunch of things on your mind and not take the chance to carefully articulate it. You
I
will
agree,
hold
and
it,
then you're
and you will
supposed,
try
you
to
think you're
give.
supposed to be your mind
Yes,
reader.
and that's bullshit.
That.
And do you not?
That is very true. We face that a lot of the time. And ladies, I understand y'all position on this, but really hear the guys out on this. Y'all want us to play mind reader a lot of the times. And a lot of us, we want to tell y'all the exact thing that y'all want to hear, but y'all really don't want to hear it. So it's one of them things. You want us to be honest, but then you don't want us to be honest. Y'all want to tell us something, but you don't want to say it. So now we got to play mind reader. And that's where the confusion of communication comes into play at.
Agree that most women do that?
Yes, I do.
Do you think it's silly for a woman
women.
to be an advocate of communication while
They're not
contradicting
communicating.
themselves
They're not
on a regular
communicating.
basis?
I do
Those are
agree with
things
that,
that I
yes.
definitely agree on. And
So
this
what are we
is-
talking about?
No,
You
no.
guys are supporting my
Because you
argument.
saying all women are. Some women, yes.
Oh my gosh!
Some.
So we want to go ahead and talk about the outliers, right? And I do understand that you may be an outlier, right? I have to speak to your husband one-on-one and see.
Clearly, she's been together for 20 years.
So I think it's likely.
free.
I think it's likely. I do believe you, right? But
That brother could be in survival mode. He could be a slave for all we know. That brother could be staying there because he ain't got no choice.
I'm still about to prove it. I'm from the show me state, but
Oh, here we go.
if I had to say that B probably communicates, so I would say yes, because the proof is in the pudding. She's had a very successful relationship for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you on the other hand, ma'am, Jay, I don't know. We'd have to figure out what you might have been doing wrong.
So she's doing something wrong.
Absolutely,
Automatically.
she did something wrong, and I'm not.
To
I'm not
say
going
what?
to
Because she's
absolve.
not
I'm
married?
not going to
She's done
absolve
something wrong?
responsibility. Yeah, because she's had a 100% failure rate. Which, if you're not, No.
Well,
honest.
I mean, that's true. It is true.
Yes, it is. And a lot of people like to say that we're at. Okay. So are you continuing to do that wrong?
Well, no, because I'm not in a relationship.
No, like, but your actions, like when you because there's many other things leading up to it. The way you communicate in the beginning, how you set the tone.
No, I had a great relationship. My a 12-year relationship was a great relationship. I was in a marriage where I was 16 years old. I was young and 16? Lasted for 8 years, and it was an abusive relationship.
Oh, abuse is different. That's something.
Yeah, and then
I
was in a great 12-year relationship and had a child, and we bought a house together and everything. And I chose to walk away.
But what makes you do something like that?
I know we talked about this before, but I didn't feel, you know how like at some point you lose that like fire and passion, and I think that's just what I lost. I feel like we were just on different pages, and he was a lot. Hold on, he was a lot older than me. Okay, so but I'm able to self-reflect.
Okay.
So if I could have done it differently, I probably would have done differently. Maybe put in work just to see if like we were kind of like done. But like I said, it was a 14-year difference, so I think that played a role too. Like,
her explaining that did not help her case out at all. You literally you sabotage your own situation. She said it was a 14-year gap. I mean that's normal still, but at the same time you knew you were dating someone older, so y'all are supposed to still grow together. And you feel like you grew out of like. Did you communicate with that person? Did you really try to understand things? And see, it's always good in the beginning. But that's why a lot of guys are afraid to take that risk, man, and putting that ring on and going down the aisle with it. Over time, this can happen. We just start growing apart. I'm just not feeling it anymore. You know, I gotta go back out there, spread my wings. And now you blaming the guy almost, and you blaming other guys, but you was in a good situation that you ruined. So that's problematic.
You know, he was a lot older than me. So.
Okay. So what do you think the odds of you actually being successful in your next relationship are?
That's a hard answer. Like I want to be 100% successful. I don't want to get into anything unless I know that it is that. So, which is why I think it's been so difficult because, you know.
You're vetting a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different.
The same question goes to you because you're not married, right?
Yeah,
so
wait, say that again.
I said
so you critiquing over here, but what's your failure?
Oh hell yeah, I had many failures. You want to know?
How long were you married for?
We're talking about
or in
07.
Okay, so long
So
time.
what makes you fail? There was things that red flags, not about the person per se, but about compatibility issues that
That's
I
huge.
absolutely ignored in the beginning, and I absolutely have to take responsibility for that. That was something where it's like, damn, you know, you look at the things and you focus on what you love about the person, and you don't take the pragmatic approach.
Yeah.
And I think that we really should, because at some point you have to be practical. And I'm now very cynical because that was the biggest mistake, is having the good faith. So I no longer give people the benefit of the doubt. I give you the doubt of the benefit until proven
you move
otherwise.
differently now. Yeah, I agree.
So, but it doesn't mean that I don't give you a fair shake. It just means I have a very low tolerance level.
I'm not mad at that.
So what did we learn?
What did we learn? Don't give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't think that you can change people. Don't think that you can fix people. Understand that what you see right now is what you're always going to see, possibly amplified. So everything that you really don't like,
that's powerful.
It's about that person. Just understand that it could get even worse.
And to close out the abs, are the abs working or not working?
They're
yeah, I don't know. They have some great connections on the app. Anyway,
I'm gonna leave it right there. It's the end of it anyway. That's a pretty good conversation. When it comes down to the dating apps, I would say are a scam. Only certain people are gonna benefit from it. It's a money game as well because you got to pay for the premiums, the whole nine. But they definitely do women a disservice because they're getting even more influx of a certain type of guy that is their type that's gonna be introduced to them. Are there some success stories from dating apps? For sure, there are, but it's gonna be a lot of trauma being created as well. But it's going to boil down to, what do you want for your life? It's going to be your life to live, your game to play out. Nobody can tell you what to do. You're grown up. You're going to have to do what's best for you. You play a dangerous game, you might win a dangerous prize. And it might not be a prize. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody got to have certain types of discernment when it goes into playing the dating app game. Guys, it's going to be a whole lot difficult. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to maybe catfish a little bit. You're going to have to sell a dream almost possibly. That's why I don't really like the whole dating app game, because you got to go above and beyond with the pictures and all this extra stuff to buy you all that bull crap. Opposed to, cold approach is definitely going to still be the ultimate way, because you actually seeing the person in front of you. Is it going to take skill? For sure. But dating apps is definitely a disservice to both genders. I was on a panel like a couple days ago, and a guy actually said that dating apps are a benefit to guys and women because it gives them more options. And I'm like, how in the hell does it give a guy more options? It might give you access to play another game, but it's not a guaranteed option that you actually gonna get selected by somebody, because you got to put in a lot of work, and it makes it even harder. And if you do have a trash dating profile or any type of online presence, it's going to make you look worse. So it's not a benefit. And then I'm not gonna lie, the later part, as they got into her situation, that was a pretty good breakdown dynamic as well when it comes down to just dating in general. Being in certain situations, the time period that you're in, it's going to matter as to where you are at in life, and how do you handle your problems, how do you handle your situations, how do you meet people. You don't have to meet somebody equally yoked, but at least you have to pick out the characteristics that's going to balance out and matter the most in your life, because everything ain't going to matter to everybody. But if you can at least get the ones that matter the most to you, to where you can possibly communicate effectively, that's going to be the plus.